Hi folks, here's another wee video now on standard form. I've got a lot on this board here, but I'm going to take a screenshot of it as well and attach it as a photograph. So basically standard form numbers are used whenever you want to write really big numbers or really small numbers. So whenever we're talking about really big numbers, we're looking at numbers maybe in the thousands or the millions or billions or something like that. And then if we're looking for really small numbers, then we're looking for numbers that have a decimal place on them. Now I've said that these two purple ones here, these are ordinary numbers. So if we call a number out, the way we write it down, that's an ordinary number. But whenever we're looking for standard form, it's going to look something like this number up here. I've got 3.2 multiplied by 10 to the power of 4. Now that's red, so this we note here now then in red, every standard form number starts with a number between 1 and 10. That's really important. So this first number here has to be a number between 1 and 10. It can't be 10, it has to be less than 10. And then it's multiplied by 10 to the power of something. And then really important then, the power is the number of times we're going to move the decimal place to get it back to where it belonged in the first place in the ordinary number. If you look at the 58 million now then, if I want to write that as a standard form number, 58 million, I'm going to use my 5 and my 8. And then I'm going to put in a decimal point in between the 5 and the 8 because now that is a number between 1 and 10. I'm using these digits to make a number between 1 and 10. And then I'm going to multiply that now by 10 to the power of something. And remember I said the power of is the number of times that you're going to move your decimal point to get it back to where it belonged. My original number was 58 million. Imagine that was money. We wish. My decimal point would be right on the end of there, £58 million. So if I'm using the digits 5.8 to represent 58 million, I've put in my own decimal place here in between the 5 and the 8. So I've put my decimal point in there, but it actually belongs away over here. So the amount of spaces I'd have to move it to get it back to where it belongs is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have to do to the power of 7 on there. That's the first one done. The second one then, this wee small number, 0.05. 0.05, my only digit that I've got on there is the number 5, so I'll write that as the number 5. Here, I'll just change that colour. I'll write that there as the number 5. And if I want to put on a decimal, I'll just put on 5.0 multiplied by 10. Now look where I put the decimal. I put the decimal straight after the 5. So I put the decimal here, but it belongs back here. So it belongs back 1, 2 places. So because it belongs back 2 places, I have to put on tick away, a negative sign, 2. So my numbers, 58 million as an ordinary number is written as 5.8 times 10 to the power 7. 5.8 because this first number has to be between 1 and 10. 10 to the power of 7 because I had to move my decimal point 7 times to get it back to where it belonged. My second value then, 0.05. 5 was my digit, I'll write it as 5.0. I put my decimal point after the number 5. I put the decimal point here. I had to move it back twice, so -2 on there. Have a look at the wee sheet that I've sent you and try out another couple. The answers are on it as well.